Games for you tonight, including 2 London derbies, plus all the Premier League goals from yesterday. Plenty to dissect for Wayne Rooney and Troy Deeney. We start in North London, where Chelsea travel to Arsenal. The Blues have only beaten their opponents once in the last 5 years. Their manager that day, New England boss Thomas Tuchel.
Hard fought, but at this stage of the season, you just got to get the job done, I guess.
Yes, and I think we deserve to win the match as well. I think we were the better team. We didn't concede anything apart from that strange save from David in the first half against the team that, in my opinion, are the best attacking team in the league. And yeah, we scored the goal. We had so many big opportunities and big open chances to finish many more actions than we did actually. But overall, a very important game that is going our way.
Below you, it's incredibly tight, isn't it? All the teams pushing.
Yeah, that's why I think from now on is how also we manage a little bit emotion in terms of if you win a game, you see yourself close to the target. If you don't win, you see yourself far from the target. But until the end, it will be like this. We have still 9 games to go, but now it's time to recover the energy for the final part.
Why didn't that second goal come? Just lack of fortune?
Yeah, lack of fortune, lack of the final pass and the right decision. When the situation was so open, we had so many of them today. Unfortunately, we didn't finish them.
And if you can't win the league and you're still in the chase, I know you won't give that up, you need to finish in the Champions League. This is a massive win for you today because there's a big gulf now between you and 5th, 6th.
Yeah, it was a big game, obviously, and we wanted to win and get that feeling again before the international break against a top team. We've done it, and let's go game by game.
I don't think between us and them there was big difference in terms of clear chances, and then at the end we lost, from set pieces.
Yeah, we'll talk about Chelsea in detail shortly. Very good evening to Troy and Wayne. Good to see you, fellas. Arsenal, good value for the win today?
Yeah, I think so. I think they were the better team. It wasn't a great game of lots of quality, but Arsenal certainly had more intent to win the game and fully deserved it, I felt.
It was a pretty tight game, wasn't it, Troy?
Yeah, it was, and I think Maresca summed it up there. Obviously, with the set pieces, that was it. But to me, just felt like Arsenal always had a threat where Chelsea weren't that great going forward, and we're going to get into that in a minute. Yeah.
Wayne, you picked out a very interesting tactical battle in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I just felt that Reece James had a job to do today, and he was man marking Declan Rice, which, coming back from injury, is very difficult to do. And I felt he struggled all game. He's trying to put into play the role his manager has given, but I think he struggled with it. And I think if we have a look at it here, so you look at Reece James and Declan Rice. So Reece is staying close to him. He should be where I've moved him back to here. But if you look at it here now, as it plays on, so Reece James is always thinking of Declan Rice. No other thought to his head. Here, look. Just here, he's not even looking at the ball. He vacates the middle of the pitch. Now, Declan Rice is very clever with his movements. You can see he's telling Partey to come into the space where Reece James should be. Thomas Partey comes into the space, receives the ball with no one near him, gets turned. But this was a theme all game, so nothing comes of this one here. But again, Reece James is just following Declan Rice around everywhere. So if you watch again here, Declan Rice now pulling Reece James out wide. Thomas Partey again coming into the space which Reece James leaves. Now you end up with Chelsea players getting moved all over the pitch. Thomas Partey gets the ball, turns, gets to the Chelsea back line. On another day, it's a real big opportunity for Arsenal. But this one was really interesting. If you look at Declan Rice and you look at Reece James and Jadon Sancho, his position here. So if you play it on, so what happens here is Reece James, all he has to do is communicate with Sancho, and Sancho can take Declan Rice, but he doesn't do that. Reece James follows him again, leaves a 34 yards. He's ran just to try and stay close to Declan Rice. Lewis Skelly sees that. He comes into the space. Now Jadon Sancho has to do more work to get back into the space. So Chelsea rotating out of possession, which is never good. Declan Rice has dragged Reece James out wide. But again here, if you watch Declan Rice, so Reece James has done all that work to get close to him, but then switches off. Declan Rice makes a good run forward, which he has been doing a lot over the last few weeks. Gets in a dangerous position, gets turned, pulls the ball back, and it's a good opportunity for Arsenal. So I just felt it was a job too big for Reece James to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just to continue that with Reece James here with Moreno, obviously he should be tight. You're looking at Nkuku there. He should really be going facing forward, trying anything short ball he has to go and get after. For some reason he decides to go back into the mess. Reece James just loses his man. Between the two of them, it goes in. But Wayne, you're not happy with the goalie, are you?
Yeah, I just think if you look at the goalkeeper, he's getting involved too much with all the other players, and now he's taking a backward step, which means he can't get the elevation to stop the ball going in the back of the net. I think if he allows himself and gives himself a little bit of space, even though there's bodies around him, then he's front-footed and potentially he might save it.
Yeah, that's a good spot, that. Chelsea have now lost to Troy 4 successive Premier League away games, winless in 7 on the road, and they were really poor going forward, weren't they?
Yeah, very toothless going forward. You're going to see a lot here now. They don't have Nicholas Jackson or Cole Palmer in this game, but they did try and press with Enzo Fernandez, or he gets through. But me and Wayne just noticed when we was watching this game, if it was kind of snatched and dragged, like he's never set there, never looks like he's going to go and score. Again, lovely ball over the top. Look, they're out there through Sancho. If they had a striker, they'd be in the box for the card. Neto pulls to the edge of the box here. As it comes back to him, he's never set. Look, there's loads of bodies in front of him. Snatches at it. And Nkuku snatched at it again. It finally works all the way to Cucurella. And I think David Raya thought, you know what, let me try and help him and throw it in my goal, see if they can help. But if you look, they're shooting in these areas. It's more from hope than actually going with any intent to do it again. Enzo again doing that there. But Neto, a winger, you'd expect him to move the centre-half here. He doesn't, tries to shoot through. And this was the one really that summed it up for me with Neto. Look, you've got the centre-back backtrack. You get at him, he does it, he hits it over wide. And then, Wayne, you noticed this, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I just thought, you know, it's in the 91st minute of the game and Chelsea need the goal, obviously, to get back in the game to try and get to come away with the points. But there was no movement. We've highlighted the attacking players here. There's a lack of movement, a lack of creativity, a lack of invention, and the tempo's slow. And then eventually, but Arsenal in a good shape. They try and force a pass. Arsenal win the ball, get control of the game again, see the game out comfortably. So I just felt there was no real desire to real push Arsenal and try and get something out of the game towards the end.
Yeah, and look at this, lowest expected goals under Enzo Maresca, Troy.
Yeah, and I think it's a very cheap line to say, no Nicholas Jackson, no Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer played for a lot of these games, and when they're not good, Chelsea, they don't look like they're going to score, and that's something they have to do, have a plan B.
Yeah. Let me just ask you then, Wayne, what you think, because Enzo Maresca said he thinks they're on the right path.
Yeah, no, I think obviously they've signed a lot of players and it's still a very young team, and I think there's been some really good signs from Chelsea this season. I think just that lack of experience as a group is probably catching up with them a little bit, but I do think over the next couple of years we're going to see Chelsea elevating themselves again, getting towards the top of the league again.
And of course they are missing Cole Palmer, we have to remember that. Yes,
but Cole Palmer's been off the last couple of weeks as well, so maybe he's been carrying injury, maybe a lot of games. It's hard for a young player to keep doing and being consistent. Nicholas Jackson is a big one for them, but again, for over £1 billion spent, to only have one striker in the building is pretty poor, so something they're going to have to rectify going forward. And if they want to be challenging, and this man can talk to it a lot better than me, but you need a proper goalkeeper and a proper centre-half, and they're the 3 bits of the pitch that I think they need to...
That's true, they need a spine, don't they? A bit like Arsenal, really. That's the reason why they're 12 points behind Liverpool.
Yeah, you do. Well, if you look at Chelsea throughout the years, obviously Peter Cech, John Terry, Makelele, Drogba, Lampard, you've got the spine of the team is solid and experienced, and they've ran the team, they've ran the dressing room. Chelsea at the minute don't have that, so I think it will take a bit of time, of course, but I do think they're on a good path.
OK, good stuff. Thank you very much indeed. Manchester United.
We struggled a little bit at the beginning. I think the first 20 minutes we struggled a little bit. Then after that, we start to control the game. We start to create some chances. And then second half, the game was, I think, 50-50. And for me, the big difference has been set pieces strategy.
Matt. Chelsea haven't won an away game in the league since December the 8th. Is that a worry, and can you achieve what you want to achieve if that record continues?
But first of all, we're going to try to win more games away. In this moment, I think we are winning quite games at home, and we're going to try to do the same away. I think at the beginning of the season, we were winning games away and struggle some game at home. Now it's in the other side, but I think we are there for sure. We need to improve also away, but overall, I think we are there.
And how much of the team been struggling offensively with players that have been out, and obviously Cole's out today? Has it made a big difference to your offensive?
Yeah, I think it's huge difference if you think that the three players with more goal for us are Cole Palmer, Nicola Jackson, and Noni Madueke. No one of them was inside the pitch today. Two of them, it's already a long time that they are out. So it's normal that offensively we can struggle a little bit, even if I think until today we are the second on the third best attacking of the league. So that means that we are in any case doing well without that players, but we could do better with the players that in this moment they are injured.
Simon.
Enzo, do you think that the players, and I know there's a few injuries, but do you think the players also have an issue with belief in these big games? Even before you arrived, Chelsea struggled to beat Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, Manchester United. The record's been pretty poor in these big games. Do you think that's a problem?
If the results they say that, what I can say between the first leg against Arsenal and today's game, to be honest, I don't see a big difference between us and them. So this means that for me, since I arrived, I don't know before, since I arrived, I have the feeling that we are in the right path and we are very close. Now, as you said, probably we need just that step forward to compete also in these kind of games. But probably that step comes also finish, top 4, top 5 Champions League spot where you also grow in that competition.
James.
Enzo, can I just check on Cole Palmer? I know obviously you missed today with an injury.
Yeah.
Do you expect him to be available for England?
I don't think so, to be honest, because his injury was from yesterday's session. It's a muscle problem, so I don't think so.
I mean, you never obviously wish an injury on a player, but do you think a break might be what he might need just to get himself right?
As you said, we don't wish player injury, but probably in Cole case in this moment, probably give him also some rest physically and mentally. Probably it could be good.
Andy.
Hi, Enzo. Just to follow up from that on Cole, maybe have certain details on how it happened, maybe, and does he need to go and have a scan, or is he okay to just sit and rest, miss training for a week or so?
No, he needs a scan, and the scan is planned for Monday. I mean, today is Sunday, not for Monday, for tomorrow morning.
But you're still confident he'll be back for your first game after the international break?
I hope so. But we need to wait for the scan.
And is it, because I think last time when you missed an international break, it was the knee injury. It's not the same knee or anything like that. Is it a knee injury, hamstring, or anything like that?
It's muscle problem. Yeah, muscle injury.
Malik.
You said a while ago that Noni, Jackson, Mark Yu would all be back after the international break. Are you still expecting that to be okay?
Mark Yu, I didn't say that. I mentioned Nico and Noni, that they are progressing very good and they can be back after the international break.
Jacob.
Enzo, with Palmer out today, did you expect more from Kunku and Sancho to make an impact on this game?
It's not, first of all, us we score many goals. They don't concede many goals. I think they are the first or the second one. So it's not easy to create chances against them. And for sure, when you have important players injury, it's not easy. But I think Jadon did quite well. Christo also. I don't have the feeling that they could do something better. For sure, we can create and we can attack better as a team.
Okay, we'll do two more, Peter and then Rob.
Hi, Enzo. Can I just get your thoughts on Robert Sanchez's performance today? I know you said about taking him out of the team to rest him. And it feels like at times he's a little bit panicky with things. Were you hoping that the rest might have just helped him iron that out a little bit? What did you make?
I think he did a good game. He did some good save. On the fit, he gave us in some moment. He was quite good. In some moment, he struggled a little bit. But overall, I think the performance from Robert was good.
And Rob.
You've said a few times that you think the team can't afford to rely on Cole. Do you think they showed today that they can be useful and effective without him, or did it show today that you are actually quite reliant on him?
No, to be honest, I didn't have this feeling. Because probably without Cole, but if Nico was there or Noni was there, probably the team was different. It's not just about one player. And when I say that we cannot rely on Cole, It's just because I think it's correct to say, because you cannot rely in one player. It's first of all, it's the team, but also don't give too much pressure to Cole.
Very happy, obviously, with the results, with big parts of that performance. I love the attitude of the team from the beginning, the way we approach it, how aggressive we were without the ball, score a goal, have a lot of chances that we didn't put away, and then, yeah, we continue to do a lot of the things defensively so well that are in the right to attack open spaces and so many situations of huge advantages that we just gave away, and then we have to track back 70 meters, and on that phase probably we've been one of the best teams in the world today because we were unbelievable the way we've done it, and we haven't conceded almost nothing apart from that save from the strange save from David, I would say, and that's a big credit to the team because in my opinion they are the best attacking team in the league.
If you avoid defeat at Liverpool later in the season, it's been the second season in a row you've not lost a game against the traditional Big Six in the league. What does that say about the team?
Yeah, that we are capable of competing consistently with really high standards against any kind of opposition. And if we continue to do those things, we'll get rewarded.
Andy, son? Hi, Mikel. And the set-piece goals are back.
Yeah.
Well, and that was some header. I mean, as he worked on that, that looked quite acrobatic what he did.
We work on something similar with that finish now. To be fair, it was a different kind of finish planned, but very happy because that would generate belief in the team again, even in the stadium, the crowd, that we can score because it's something that we've been missing, obviously, when we've been so prolific on that and with the amount of injuries that we had to deal in the front line. So very, very happy with that.
Marino, he doesn't seem to be a very... like a happy centre forward, but he's kind of
not happy.
Playing himself. You know, he says he'll play there for you, but you know, he seems to be playing himself into a job.
Yeah.
You know, every week, right?
And we know that was the emergency situation that we are in at the moment. But the way he's approaching it is